Okay, thank you. So I hope you enjoyed the previous presentation, and hello everybody. We will now move to our presentation with my colleague, and the presentation will be about social media, misinformation, and the influence operations in elections. And we will take a closer look in the case from Romania 2024. So my name is David Pavlu, and I'm here with my colleague Jiri Korcak. We both work for the university and in the... Sorry. Nejde ani jedno? Nejde? Tak to přepínej se mnou tady, jo? Sorry. So yeah. Sorry for the technical issues. You can prepare for 2 hours, but then it will something cause. So, as I said, we both work for the university, for the Prague Data Ethic Lab, and a startup called Omnicrane. Jiri is more focused on AI, on cognitive informatics, and his live streaming project called Natahu. And I am also included in AI, ethics, and mostly in digital communication and marketing in my own project called DP Digital Marketing. Yeah, now it works. Fine. So, this is the agenda for our presentation. Firstly, we will look with me on the Romanian case, and then Jiri will explain the context about how misinformation works, how the tactics are used, and how governments and platforms like TikTok respond to these issues. So, Romanian presidential election 2024 case. Let's take a look. I will try to explain the full story and cover the main points with just 3 easy steps. And those steps are first, the unknown candidate who suddenly became very well known and won the election. Second, the investigations that shows that it was not a real movement, but it was a foreign influence operation. And third step, that Romania did something that no EU country has done before, ever. So let's dive into the first point. That's about the guy called Călin Georgescu, who had really not campaigned. He even didn't campaign in the elections. He didn't do TV debates. He didn't have any party, and almost he didn't have any ads. So you may ask, how did he win? The easy answer is through the TikTok, and through the thousands and thousands of short videos that were promoting him, showing him in the best light, and attacking his opponents in the election. Romanian intelligence agencies later said that there were over 100, I think, 100 influencers paid from Russia to promote him, to share his content, and to talk about him, like I said, in the best light they could. Also, not only influencers, but also the bots and fake accounts that were sharing his content and spreading it through the whole TikTok. Yep. So, the second step, after the calculation of results, when he had 23%, that was in the previous slide, the state started to investigating what really happened, and they responded very quickly. So that was the good movement. They came out with the result that it was a Russian strategy and a mix of social media disinformation campaign and cyber attacks. So Georgescu, the man, was presented like a strong man through the propaganda tricks, as the man who is riding the horse in the white shirt, like his idol, maybe you know, Vladimir Putin from Russia. So the message was simple. All the videos were talking about one thing. That was that the West is corrupted, is bad, and then the Georgescu, the man, only him can save the Romania, can save the country, and is the voice of the silent majority in Romania. The last step was about the top court of Romania, which was on December 6th of 2024. So, the election was officially cancelled. So it was annulled, and like I said, this had never happened in any EU state before, or country, as you want. So the court said that the main reason was the influence from the foreign countries, the Russia country, from the foreign country, and it changed the result so much that they had to, like I said, cancel it. Also, the TikTok was very criticized for not detecting the fake content, and also NATO and EU were participating and still are participating in the investigation of this case. Now, the Romania is preparing for the rerun of the election. It will be in May 2025, so like in 14 days, and they got the EU and NATO's protection behind their back. So what can we learn from this? First, yes, thank you. So firstly, the TikTok was the main weapon, and most people even didn't realize that they were manipulated. Secondly, we saw that institutions like agencies, like intelligence agencies and the top court reacted very fast, and they did, we can say, kinda well. And the most important thing are the people, are the voters, because if they know these tricks, if they know what is manipulation, what is misinformation, what is disinformation, the attack might have failed, and the corruption shouldn't be there. So that's why now what is happening, that the Europe, and not only Europe, states are watching closely what will happen in the Romania in May. And I have to say the last thing, that the Georgescu was banned, so he cannot participate in next rerun of the election. So you can see that now it's very close with Simeon and Major of Bucharest. That's everything from my part, from the Romanian, and now Jiri will explain more about misinformation.
Thank you.
And how these influences work. Yes, we have a question.
Yes, I just wanted to ask, like, what was the reasoning of the ban? I mean, I understand why he was banned, but like, was there an
Official statement was that, like I said, that that the influence from the foreign country was so big that they have to rerun the election, and the TikTok wasn't detecting the fake content, and this is not accepted tactic or campaign for the politic to run.
The reason for the cancellation, but probably not the reason to ban the candidate.
Maybe they think that he will do it the same way again. So
maybe the population is to influence now.
If you are charged with treason, you cannot.
that's
run for
also
election.
true.
You need to have a clean bill of health legally, and that what happened was treason, because it's not just money; it's a
Foreign influence, yes.
Yes.
So there was a decision that he is guilty, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So from my part, I just few things that I want to talk about. That it's not just Romania where this is happening, as misinformation is a global election threat. In the recent years, we had messages that false and misleading informations have been impacting elections worldwide. We have over 70 national elections that saw some disinformation attempts worldwide with either AI-generated fake content or other tactics that I'm going to explain a little bit further. We probably will have to accept that the fact that this is happening is not just a conspiracy theory, that misinformation and connected topics is a real threat to elections, to democracy, and so on. Disinformation about 17 national elections comes from German Upgrade Democracy Forum, which actually has links to other 60 plus countries' media services, which document each of these national elections where this AI-generated fake content or any other kind of misinformation attempt happened. Also, the World Economic Forum warns that digital misinformation is a top global risk. I actually I've got you the screenshot from this forum from their report, where you can see it's second after extreme weather, where that's actually current risk landscape. If we look on there like a little bit further time notice, then it's in 2 years, it's in top one, it's first as misinformation, disinformation, as a risk or a threat. And in 10 years, it's in 5th place as misinformation and disinformation. You can see that in the 10-year lookup, it's environmental first for our environmentals, and then the first one after environmental is this technological threat or risk with misinformation and disinformation. So, and I want to speak a little bit how it can happen, like how it happened or how it can happen again. We can think about it as like this. It always starts small. It's like boiling a frog, if you know the metaphor about boiling a frog, that if you put it in the hot water and just put it one degree up, then the frog just boils to death, and it doesn't even know that it's getting hotter and hotter. So it might be like that, or I always like this kind of metaphors in my presentations, either here or in my other topics. Is the social media to blame or not? Because social media, they already got us, you know? How they work, just really simple. They gather everything, all data about our online behavior, everything we do there. They try to gather it, they capture it, they save it, and they want to make another like reasoning about our behavior then. Then they sort all other content on these social media and personalize it based on our needs, our wants, and on our gathered data that captured our behavior. That's something they, even from their own resources, like they have Facebook research that you can find online and it's free. It's researchers that do research on Facebook algorithms and on Facebook pages by them. So it might be a little bit influenced by them, but you have to think about it yourself. They say they call it meaningful social interactions. That's because the interactions on the social networks, from their point of view, have to be meaningful. So if you like a content, then it's kind of meaningful. If you comment it, it's kind of meaningful. If you do that in your social group, it's even more meaningful. That's what they mean by that. And as any business company, they have only one goal. They want to make revenue. And how to get to this revenue? That's simple. They need to win our attention. Through that attention, they want to maximize the time spent in the app or in other kind of media, on the website, on like scrolling on TikTok. And as we are spending more time there is a bigger chance that we click on advertisement or that we just see an advertisement, depending on what's the revenue program. So that's how they get the revenue. There are more more things about social network algorithms. I don't want to speak about them here all along, but you can see here that's engagement, hyper-optimization, attention economy. It's quite a big thing. Facebook, even from Facebook papers, there's some information about Facebook small teams like hyper-optimizing each one their algorithm, and they're trying it online, see which one is getting the best results and getting our attention and people staying on the web. So that's the hyper-optimization. We can call this whole program attention economy, and we call it engagement. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So the MIT study on Twitter was actually done because of these problems, like what social media can do with these AI recommending algorithms, with these platform AIs. So they studied what content is preferred by this kind of algorithm. Like, it's, of course, the one that we click on, that we spend time on, but what kind of content is it, actually? They found out that false news, lies, it came through all kinds of websites, that it's lies travel faster on social media than through. It's actually false news or emotions. That's if you read the paper a little bit further, then you see that's the thing they say. So false news and emotion is spreading faster than the other content. And that's actually something we can, from our point of view, AI versus democracy, see as big power, right? Because disinformation campaigns, which are based on emotions, on lies, and on this kind of emotions, is something that we need to fight. Facebook papers also were saying, I said it before, but once again, that if you comment, if you like, that's probably 1 point or a few points. If you interact with the post on social media or on Facebook differently, like put there a hate emoticon, they score it a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is the news about that. 5 points for anger, 1 for like. How is Facebook formula fostered range and misinformation? I put all the references in the end. And once we're caught, what is happening when we're caught in this kind of complex situation? We're on social media, we are engaged with the content, and now the bots come, the troll farms come. Fake automated accounts amplify false and emotional narratives. They make them trendy, and even like a small bot network can boost any kind of content, low credibility content, pretty much anything. Troll farms, sometimes they are state-sponsored, or they can be privately sponsored. They can push ideology, they can push propaganda, and harass, I think, opponents. Then it comes to micro-targeted ads. Micro-targeted ads, they use personal data that the social media gathered, and then campaigns can micro-target voters with tailored disinformation, with misinformation that comes just to our personality. This kind of, I would call it like dark advertising, delivers kind of false messages to niche groups, to small groups, to echo chambers, and there is little transparency where this information comes from. Like if it's really come from a fake automated account, if it comes from credible source, because it's in the echo chamber and it just bounces there from other users. And then there's deepfake and other fake media. It's actually kind of funny because as we might think that deepfake is something that is going to spread around social networks and is going to be there like all around. It's partially true because as we see from like 2023 Slovakia voting, there was also the deepfake audio that came and other kind of deepfakes. But also what it does is that it kind of changes our viewing of the truth, because we are coming to social network and we are thinking like nothing is going to be true, which actually makes our think what true is. And some people come to the conclusion that nothing online is true. So every other fact checker that actually is reliable now loses this reliability, because people coming to social networks see that everything might be actually deepfake. So what is the truth? Nothing is true. I'm not going to trust anything. I have here, I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah. You might have to plug in the video that was from the Slovakia. So just you see how it looks like. Just click OK and try to. To by mělo. Půjde to? I also might be long, so.
Vieš aj niečo nové o spracovaní lístkov?
V Bratislave máme 4 volebné miestnosti. Prešovský kraj sa ešte stále rieši.
Koľko vám to dá hlasov?
Neviem to odhadnúť, lebo podstatná je účasť tých ľudí. V dezolátskych krajoch je veľká pravdepodobnosť, že budú voliť Fica a fašistov.
Takých nasraných ľudí je všade dosť a ani nemusia byť fašisti, preto treba dávať pozor, aby vám neunikol ani jeden podstatný hlas, si myslím.
Uvidíš, budú hlasy aj od hlupakov. Minulý týždeň sme komunikovali s ľuďmi z osád.
So this was just the case in Slovakia, so you see how it looks like. Now the tactics of the influence. I'm just going to be faster now. It's hack and leak attacks, cyber attacks. They can actually steal campaign data from other participants, then leak them. That's actually what happened in US in 2016 and in France in 2017 with Macron. There comes to the echo chambers I mentioned. It comes to encrypted group chats, which is something similar to echo chambers, but it's organized. It's not just based on the algorithm, but it's organized group which share the same opinions. And how governments and policies can respond to that. Legal measures. There can be some legal measures. France and Germany, they actually put up a law against election disinformation, which is like a fast-track removal of false claims during campaigns. So they have like a faster tracking and faster targeting of these false claims during campaigns. In Poland and in Greenland, they introduced laws to protect elections, which and from like foreign funding and online funding, and so this can be one part of the solution. Then it can be combating the manipulation, as is in the French case here. You can see the citation. Some companies actually are like specialized agencies. We already heard about that. And international efforts. We have an EU Code of Practice on Disinformation. It was updated in 2022. It got major tech firms to commit actions like creating a political and libraries which beef these fact-checking trends. And what social media do with that, what they can do with that. They actually do content moderation, or they say they do content moderation, but as we know, well, in this January, Facebook came up with the idea that they are not going to moderate anything. There's not going to be any content moderation. The thing we have here is from New York CNN in the number of sweeping changes. I'm going to read the citation here. After the way that post videos and other content are moderated online, Meta will adjust its content review policies on Facebook and Instagram, getting rid of fact checkers. So they really are getting rid of these people that moderate the content. They also take down fake accounts, but this is the same thing. They might just say they do that, but they don't do that. And you can see here the graph, that's a number of fake accounts removed, but you can see how huge amount of the accounts it is. Takhle. Yes. And social medias are platforms online that actually means in US law and US policies that they are not responsible for the content on them. So that actually means they can just, like let people put there any content they want. But they make kind of a business logic, as I was saying in the first part of the presentation. They made prioritization of the content, they propagate the content, and then they show more of some kind of potentially harmful content online. So it is a little bit similar to neural network that's on Spotify, and in the morning it is a good one, right? Because it gives us a good music for our shower, but do we really want it for our democratic decisions? Do we want this kind of neural network to, which gives us good music, but to make democratic decisions for us? That's kind of the problem between social media and, or the social media AI algorithms and the regular or traditional alt media, because the traditional alt media, they have to follow strict rules like editorial jobs, agenda settings, and we actually know how this thing works and how it should work, but why social media don't follow these kind of rules? You can see here it's a big problem, as a lot of people do not get informed from any other source than social media. So it's actually through journalistic page, might be through journalistic page, but without this moderation as traditional media get. We have here some more notable cases about problems in elections, like in Romania, but I wanted to give you some context about how the social media does that, how we got there, how it really happens. Probably the last thing from me is how we can fight it with media literacy, with public initiatives like public awareness campaigns. In Sweden, there is a campaign that's called Don't Be Fooled from 2022, which used ads and free online courses to fight this kind of AI-based erosion of democracy. Education, media education, digital education. Kamil is not here right now, so we cannot thank him because he's doing that in his university, thanks to Jirka, because he's doing a great job online with that. And fact-checking services and fact-checkers. I have here one thing that's actually got my attention. It's pre-bunking. I don't know if you know what pre-bunking is, but it's here you can find it on prebunking.withgoogle.com. It's something like vaccination against disinformation. You can see they have this initiative where they propagate the disinformation and the information about possible disinformation before it comes to social media. So that's what I found interesting. And my very last slide, sorry for being too long. What are the takeaways? I think that the Romanian case is not just one. It's one of many where AI is underlining social media and its recommending algorithms based on AI or generative AI can cause a threat to democracy as we know it. It's not about the technology because, as I said, we actually like the Spotify algorithm which recommends us music in the morning. But it's not applicable for our political opinions and decision making on social media. So probably the strategy how to fight it might be combining hard technological solutions with soft kind of approaches of education, literacy, or even government policies. Thank you for your attention. I hope we stay in touch. It was me and David having this kind of big presentation, and thank you.